What's up, guys? Eric Oakley and Eagle McMahon are with Par Safe Productions. We're out here for the back 12 of round 2 from the Masters Cup, presented by Innova and the PDGA. So thank you to both of those guys for making this tournament happen. You guys are awesome. So we got chase card coverage.
Got Simon and Garrett on a heater right now in the rain. Under par today is super good. And yeah, let's see if they can keep it going here on the back 12.
Absolutely. And we got hole 13. This is a great shot. There's a lot of options, turnovers to, flex sidearms to big high sidearms that you can use to manage this. You just have to stay out of the rough on the right and avoid that road on the right. And this is so good.
And you see just the amount of rain coming down right now is crazy.
Yeah.
And Sias puts himself inside the circle on this 347-foot hole. Good play by Simon here. Even though he's very short, he's taking what I would say the more controllable line in these rough conditions.
Yeah.
And this is perfect. Oh my gosh, that is... There is no rain.
There is no rain. I'm telling you, watching these guys play, it seemed like they were unaffected by the rain, and I was very affected by the rain.
Oh, wow. That had a lot of flip on that. And you're actually going to be on the previous hole's tee pad.
Yeah, I am beyond that tee pad, just trying to maintain, and gave myself a look to save par.
Simon from about 55, 60 feet.
And he got the worst action.
He's not
this isn't even a Delaveaga hole.
No.
And he got Delaveaga.
It's the spirit of the property.
Yeah, Sias, great spirit, bud.
Sias with... Is that a turkey?
It is a turkey.
Turkey in the rain. Wow.
Impressive. No, that's 4 in a row.
It's 4 in a row.
That's 4 in a row for Sias. Wow. Because he got the downhill one, he got 8A, he got the last 2.
Very impressive.
And it's been quiet, too.
Very quiet,
Maybe we've just been talking over it, but it's really good to see him string together some amazing holes. GG, wait your turn.
Oh, okay. I see what's happening now. You with a chance to save your par.
Yeah.
It's good to get a 3 there. That's back-to-back really good par saves from you.
Yeah, on par save.
On par save.
With the sick par saves.
It only makes sense.
Yes, I had to do it. And Simon also had a good par save.
Yeah, all these guys aren't doing it right. They're not saving their pars very well. They're just getting birdies.
It's not Birdie's Productions as par save guys. Come on. It's good advertising. You see what we're having to go through. You're having to do everything you can to keep your disc dry. The little time it's out in the rain, the better chance your grip is going to be exactly where you want it.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
Oh my gosh, Michael Downs with the smooth sounds of just pure bliss. Thank you, Michael Downs and the PDGA, for that amazing commercial. You guys should check them out, sign up, and also thanks to them for making the national tour happen. We got hole 14, long 369-foot tunnel. It's best if you miss to get to the left. It opens up for a pretty easy sidearm, but most of these players are going to try and throw it nice up the gut and try and navigate the tunnel.
I look forward to see what these players do on this hole right now. This is kind of a good test to see how well they are playing, because in the rain, this is no joke.
Gigi goes the big hyzer route, and he executes it so good, and he gets 2 metered. Barely.
Oh
and
gosh.
Simon said it was like the littlest branch that caught him, and it's a tough break because out of his hand and the way the flight looked, it looked perfect.
I would never consider going that route.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a really great shot by you. Dead straight. Throwing a felon, which you guys know is an overstable fairway driver. Eric has some really seasoned in. Simon smacking the pole. That is exactly what you want to do right now.
Yep. Simon was a scramble master in this round. And he just... That was a testament.
Do they even scramble eggs in Germany?
They probably have a different name for it. Barely in the tree.
That's brutal.
It's moments like this where you don't like the 2 meter rule.
But
there are plenty of moments where the 2 meter rule makes sense.
The thing is, he took the risk going the high hyzer route.
True. There are a lot of trees. Throwing above them does bring it into play.
I'll say it right here on Par Save Productions. I am not a fan of the 2 meter rule, but if there's a course that I would choose to play it, it's Dela. I agree. I feel like it enhances the course.
Yep. So my mini actually disappeared into the water.
Oh, just playing in the puddle.
It's a tough bogey for Gigi, but you know I said it in the front 12 is his mental fortitude is so strong. He keeps that positivity going. He doesn't let it phase him, and he's a battle guy. He just keeps going. Slip.
Oh, I love that B-roll.
So moving on to the famous kitchen.
Or the fridge.
Or the fridge.
Or the chimes.
Oh, the chimes, yes. Hole 15, couple options here. You can throw a big wide hyzer. You can throw straight at it with a nice mid that just drops down late. Or you can throw a big out wide turnover with a mid-range, but we probably won't see the big wide gap. Because of the rain, it's a really fair weather shot. This is a great hole to get if you're feeling it. This is a good line from Sias.
Yeah, like going up the middle, I never know where it's really going.
I don't either. I tried it, but this percentage shot is so good.
Yeah, when you're throwing the hyzer, you really want to focus on keeping the nose down and almost throwing like a grenade style shot. Yeah. Just focus on getting that hyzer to push as straight as possible and spike towards the basket.
Yep. I threw that so wide, I was ready that I was going to have to re-tee, but luckily the spotter saw it come down, so that's awesome. Again, you can hear the rain, grip's an issue, and I thought I was probably going to slip out, and it didn't, so what a shot from Garrett.
Wow, going long up the middle and putting like no power on it whatsoever.
Yeah. So I'm in a place that I don't think a disc has ever been, because I had nothing, so I was just chopping my way out. I'm ready to be off the hole.
This is Simon's shot from a ways away. That's a putt in the rain that you really don't have any expectations on. But Garrett obviously had expectations on his, and he lived up to them.
God, what a putt. So good. You can see he's hyped. Sorry, it's just missing a little left. You know, he's had a really great stretch of holes. Even taking back-to-back pars on these is just fine. I didn't want to disturb Simon while he was putting. You know, a 2 and a 4 on this hole with a couple threes is not too bad considering the conditions. That's one of those holes that I don't really like the 2-meter rule on because you're having to throw over the top of trees to get to the basket. So, but none of us had it, so that's good. You know, Garrett picking up a great birdie there, which is awesome to see.
Now we have hole 16, the signature I-5, flying over Lake Maple. This is now a scoring as a par 4 for this year, so it takes the edge off maybe just a little bit, but everyone's going to be throwing their... It's the one chance a day you have to open up, throw a distance style shot. And
see the rain is just crushing us right now.
Yeah, actually, like in the middle of the fairway, it's like it was almost like you were in the fog or a cloud, so that was kind of cool.
Gigi with a great shot, getting all the way in there to maybe even have a look at 2, which is awesome.
Gigi breaking the cloud with a destroyer.
Sias putting a really good move, landing in a good spot. He'll have some options to just navigate his way in there.
Simon just throwing a very casual PD2 hyzer. That looks maybe a little bit early.
It was, and he didn't like it out of his hand, so he'll have some work to do.
You're throwing a Raider here?
Lucid Raider. I didn't want to have to overthrow. Thought I could keep it on a hyzer, and I have nothing. Literally nothing from there. We'll see in just a second. And this shot, Simon's in no man's land, and he gives himself a look. It was I was blown away with that shot because I thought he was dead for sure.
Seeing so many good shots in the rain is kind of baffling right now, and I don't want to spoil my card, but that wasn't really happening. Probably everyone else's card either.
Yeah. So thank you to Parse for getting this, because some of these shots we could tell people about and they probably wouldn't believe us.
And
GG
Gigi's
okay
in just the... He's in the meadow. That's where you want to get to off the drive. It opens up that window for a nice, easy approach. And you're just forced to pitch up for your par.
We all know it's a bogey, though. We all know that this used to be a par 3. And you want to make sure you're getting your 3 and everything, but we do appreciate for the scorecard and for the UDisc this playing as a par 4. Definitely helped my score look less bad.
And then yeah, Simon getting a 3 there. Are your pockets just full right now?
My pockets are soaked. My pockets are riddled with hand warmers that are soaked, and like, I don't know. I don't know what I was doing out there.
My hand warmers are definitely like they're like little sponges.
Yeah. Couple 3s, couple 4s on that hole. That seems pretty normal. We didn't see any 5s on the infamous I-5. Gets the name from saying, oh yeah, I-5'd whenever you're calling out your scores, because it happens so easily. Great 3s from Simon and Garrett again. They are really feeling it at this point, and making pushes for a challenge of the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. We have hole number 17, 363 feet. I feel like it happens a lot at Dela. The distance does not play that distance.
No.
Like this feels like one of the longer holes on the course.
You gotta rip it to get there.
To get in, to have a look on this hole feels like you did something incredibly right. Mm-hmm. And I'm really curious to see how these guys throw it right now. GG opting for the big hyzer. This is a really good play, but it is dangerous because the trees are so grabby. Mm-hmm. And Simon also going that way, but he throws it way too low. I did not see it come down.
That's tough.
Was he in the tree?
No, he came down.
Okay, that's
He fell
fortunate.
late. That's a great shot from Sias. Right what you're looking for. He'll have an easy tunnel to look right at it. I'm going with the Fusion Raider here. Just missed that elbow in that tree. That's what you want it to look like. On a rainy day, I'll take it. And on other days, I'm trying to definitely push and trying to get a look at this pin as much as I can.
So with PD2 lining up the forehand.
And at this point, I just know Simon's feeling it. That's giving himself a chance from back there. His scramble game is unreal right now.
So is this guy's.
I yelled, he's a genius, because he's just so good.
What impresses me the most is I feel like in conditions like these, I lose almost all my control. Mm-hmm. Just the fact that he can throw a frisbee-like disc, a Sonic, on those silky lines, even with the rain coming down, that's very impressive. And he's from Florida.
Yeah. They get some rain in Florida.
Well, they don't get cold weather like this in Florida.
No, that's true.
Making scrambled eggs and stuff.
You hear Eric in the background talking about scrambled eggs.
He can't, at this point we were like, he will never miss a putt for par, because he's made a couple really, really good ones.
It's funny how you think that, like, when people are playing good, like, they're never going to miss again.
No.
They're just the best.
They're so good.
Good body language there from Eric.
That is the epitome of this round. When you're looking at like a fire and you're just, I don't know what to do with my hands. Oh man, that's funny. So hole 18 it's a really unique hole where it's shaped to where you either want to be throwing a sidearm or a flex shot that comes up and over this canyon and down into these trees. One of the routes is to come in before where this drone's going to be flying. One of the other routes is to come over the top, which is really difficult to do. But if you happen to hit early and go down into that pit, it is a tough hole at that point.
I mean, that shot looked really nice, but I feel like it was probably a little high and he hit those trees coming in.
Totally. Well, shout out to Super Bertato. He told me about this one, and just to rip an anhyzer with something slightly stable and send it to that tree in the back, and you should be able to beat this line of trees and kind of make yourself down into the basket for a look. So if you guys are looking for the route, just send it. Sias with a good call of 4, just in case anybody's on that pad. Ends up in a decent spot.
And looks, you have a felon in your hand right here?
Yeah, that's a felon. It's a little late and dead.
But
I'm dead.
it falls down, and
It's
you'll
on the
have
ground, so we're good. We're not totally dead. But that's kind of what you want it to look like, to sweep back in on the backside and have a chance. And Simon leaves it short. That was a tough shot from in there.
He might be running out of eggs to scramble.
Yeah. I mean, he's at least at a dozen right now. I was stoked about that layup. Sias with a smart play, taking the danger out of it.
And this is where a lot of people land on this hole, assuming they don't stick up in the tree.
And I wouldn't mind seeing that branch trimmed, because he hits 3 feet, 2 feet from the basket and gets denied. And you'd like to not see that happen. No,
And
he does not
Simon
miss.
Lizotte adds to the monster omelet he is making. That is incredible. That
He shouldn't have gotten up and down. I'm sorry.
Like, guys, I am genuinely impressed because my card was not doing this today whatsoever.
Every par at this point just feels great because I've had many bogeys, and I feel like we're all feeling that way. Where just a par almost felt like a quarter or a half birdie out here today, so it was really fun.
It's those grippy D-line putters. I feel like that's making it's really nice in the rain to have a disc that feels like that.
Absolutely.
We have hole 19, 435 feet, another opportunity to kind of open up, but it's still in a control shot for the right-handed, backhanded players. They're looking to throw maybe a fairway driver, maybe GG's even reaching for a mid-range, but just getting that kind of slow and hyzer turn and just trying to get close to the circle.
Mm-hmm. GG puts a good move on his.
Do you know what he threw here?
It's a rock 3. I'm pretty sure that old color glow that he's been throwing since last year that used to be pink, and now it's a more manila color. Simon throwing a PD2.
PD2, wow.
Yeah, I think he was just trusting that the conditions were tough, and he was, give himself an opportunity.
It's a good shot. He's probably around 45, 50 feet from there.
Mm-hmm.
This one's up, and it's fading out a little bit early. Hits a tree, he comes down. Eric's going a sidearm with a Fusion Raider.
Mm-hmm. This felt good. It just needed to be have a little bit of turn. If I get a little bit of turn, we're in business for the opportunity to get the 2. But if I don't, I just leave myself with like a 50-footer, which I can live with. Sidearm with the rare Sias with the rare sidearm.
Sidearm with the rare Sias.
It's like ordering up a Sias rare. Yeah, but this is what you're left with. This is, can be made if you want it, and I obviously didn't. So, but you gotta take these moments when they come. You definitely have opportunities to score.
If Simon would have made that, I would have quit commentary.
Yeah.
So it's good he didn't.
But he was not gonna miss his par putt.
No.
We knew that.
Because it's par safe.
It's Par Safe Productions. Everybody's going to be cleaning up some 3s, which is, kind of what you want. At this point in the round, you're just not trying to lose any strokes. Just let golf happen.
And compared to previous years, the home stretch at Dela is kind of a stretch where you could maybe finish with a good streak of birdies.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, you can.
We're going in some of the shorter holes now, and I mean, it's kind of nice mentally with all this rain, thinking that you could maybe get some strokes back. And now we're going to be going into hole number 20. It is 225 feet. This is the famous gravity hole.
It's working against me.
Yup, exactly. The safe play is to throw an overstable putter or overstable utility disc, and hopefully hyzer right before that guardian tree, and then kind of get that reverse skip to the basket because of the way the hill shapes. And Garrett looks to be throwing maybe like an AVR X3, something pretty overstable, and he comes up pretty short, but it's a short hole in general, so he's maybe just around circle's edge. And that's pretty much exactly what you want right there.
Mm-hmm. It's a good play. I think that's an Entropy, the new disc from MVP. Nice and overstable. We thought he was ringing that thing up. That was a great shot from Sias. So I'm trying to just follow his line. I got a lucid justice in my hand that I'm just gonna force over with a fan grip and let it fight the whole time. That was a good speed. Good check.
Looked very professional.
Thank you. I hope I did that shot justice.
You did do that shot justice.
From downtown.
And Garrett did that shot AVR. It doesn't have the same ring.
Oh, Garrett, at this point, he had some strokes to play with, too. I think he knew he was feeling hot, and he made it look so easy. And I'm blocking the camera. You're welcome.
Yes, I'm on.
Good catch. Good catch from the camera guy, Joey. Shout out to all the guys out there. You guys are amazing. Doing it in the rain and everything.
You're really not too far away on this.
Yeah, but I'm at the point where I need birdies. I absolutely need them. So I'm gonna take my time and make sure I capitalize. Just to hopefully salvage the round. I know that I overheard some people talking after they were done with theirs, and they knew that some scores were even moving themselves up and down, and it weren't moving down that much. But I put myself in a good opportunity after round one to be in a good spot. So I knew I was gonna fall, but we'll see how far it was. Great twos around from the card. That's what we're definitely looking for. Hole 21, it's course 18. This is probably one of the most satisfying birdie holes. It's a really difficult turnover shot that needs to pan out and then not go into the abyss of this cliff. If you land short, it's one of the more treacherous greens to play on. There's big roots, there's lots of opportunities for rollaways, and if you don't commit to a putt, you're dead.
I don't know if it's true, but Avery Jenkins is saying this hole's nicknamed Death.
Really?
Which it kind of makes sense. Locals kind of call it Anaconda because that root sticking out of the ground. But whatever nickname it is completely treacherous. And it looks like Simon's throwing
a Crescent Falcon.
That looked great.
a very good shot, but it looks like with that wet grass, he kind of got stopped.
Just got gobbled up. Sias going the inside route. I like this if it pans out. He's leaving himself a short side, which isn't too bad. Just an EMAC truth. Trying to hold the turn. Needed to be a little bit higher, and I was going to be working.
Yeah, you want to hit that dirt patch right there. Or mud patch now.
Yep.
And that's got to sit down. Ooh.
I got a really, really good sit there.
That's exactly what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
He got away with it.
I was trying to throw it with Anheuser, and I threw it with the opposite.
The hyzer.
An Anheuser.
What? An
Anheuser.
A not Anheuser?
A not Anheuser. A non-Anheuser.
Moving on to Sias' shot. I imagine from where he's at, he's going to just be, you know what, he's running it.
Yeah, that was a tough break. He's like, what's the worst that can happen? Oh, this.
That's not the worst that could have happened.
True.
It might have been good that he hit that. You never know.
Yeah. You got to get there to
You
come
gotta
back.
get there to come back.
That was a good little quote right there from the round. Can't call it a comeback if you don't even get there. And that's about where I was round one, putting for 2, so hurts.
But a 1 under average for the tournament on this hole, you'll take it. 1 under for both rounds.
Oh, absolutely. Like I
You'll take
said,
it.
when you birdie this hole, it feels so good. It's just, you did it. Rain dumping. Feeling it. Pars around for the card.
Only 3 more holes left on the home stretch of Delaveaga. You got hole number 22, 324 feet. This hole can be pretty confusing.
You think I throw shots and I think they're good and they end up being bad. I throw a bad shot and it's parked. It's a very confusing hole, but you just have to step up, commit to a good clean hyzer, and navigate those trees.
Yep, you wanna push a hyzer as far as you can without hitting the last guardian tree. And Garrett pulled it a little bit wide, and those trees are pretty fat. The chances are you're gonna hit one are pretty high. Simon, that looks like you went instinct there.
Yeah.
And
he did go OB there.
okay. That's not what you want coming down the stretch. He's put in a great round so far, so
Sias catches the same tree as GG. Just taking a felon, trying to keep it on a hyzer. Now I'm attempting to throw the inside, and I throw it outside.
wide route.
It was a great miss. So, again, I'm at that point where I'm not sure when discs are going to be coming out of my hand. It's still really wet. And when you're hitting this point, your mental focus, if it's been a tough round, and GG almost rings it up, but your mental focus is just drained.
I heard it.
You know, but if you're having a good round like some of these guys are, I still feel like they got a lot left in the tank to finish strong. Sias got a terrible roll away, but he should have a look to get up and down.
You're in. Yep. You're definitely in.
Simon having to navigate the road just to get himself up and down for his bogey. And I ended up in Poison Oak Central.
Poison Oakley.
Poison Oakley. Good thing I'm wearing pants. I did have a look at this. Thought I gave it enough, but
You were wearing pants, but you weren't wearing your putter pants.
yeah, that was not layup pants. Sias clicking his heels together, saying there's no place like home. He said he's never had to putt with his feet together before. So that was new for me.
And look at that umbrella. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was my caddy Dylan Evans. Thank you, dude. Came out, brought a beach umbrella. It was perfect. He caddied for me for this back stretch and helped guide me home. So I appreciate you, Dylan. You're the man. So original hole 5 is now hole 23 of our round. It's a big hyzer. You can maybe see some roller plays, but doubt it from this card. Trying to play a big hyzer over top of the trees, get to this backside, and find that big tree right where the basket is, perched behind it. It's a fun hole to throw because you kind of get to send this one. And it feels really good to just kind of open up. GG hangs it a little too wide.
He opens up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
He still has a putt.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's not even raining.
Yeah, it was definitely stopped. And Sias is playing to top of the world. Top of the world's basket. He wants to play his own hole. And I said, that looks fun.
You got an enforcer in your hand right now.
Yep. And I decided to go on a safari. Beats the tree. Now we were talking about it's like, hey, this to hole 1. I made it like right to the mandatories on hole 1.
Yeah. It's not bad, dude.
If we're playing a par 4 up there, it would have been sick, but...
Simon keeping the edge down and throwing the shot he's playing to the hole you're supposed to be playing to.
Yeah. Sias and I did not get the memos at all. Sias playing a good approach, giving himself a look.
You're still in jump putt range, and you're going to end up making the Mando.
Which is good.
So.
Made the Mando on the hole. Everybody else should be stroked for it, because it didn't make the Mando. Kidding. That looked good.
Wow.
It went just around the backside. I was pretty shocked, because I thought he drained it. It was a good cleanup from Sias.
Nice par save from Sias.
Mm-hmm.
Simon has to
Manage this
stretch
big
wide.
tree.
It looks like he's still pretty obstructed. And that's difficult. Good cleanup there.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be all threes on this hole.
Yeah.
Which is not something I expect with everyone on this card has plenty of distance to get to this hole.
Oh yeah.
On a hyzer, just some bad releases and maybe some misfortune for like Simon on where he landed.
Exactly. You'd expect somebody to snag up a birdie from the four of us, but was it meant to be?
It was not.
And our final hole is coming up. I'm going to see where we're at. Simon and Garrett putting together some great rounds.
Yeah, six under right now. They're probably challenging the lead with what they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And this last hole, it's OG hole number 6, and this basket is moved shorter than previous years. So it's basically it's top 3 easiest hole on the course, and you're definitely thinking that you need to finish with a birdie.
Oh yeah. It's a pretty routine sidearm if you've got it. What you'll see from some of other players, maybe even a backhand slow fade around that electrical pole. And GG not known for his forehands, but he commits to this and gives himself a look. It was a great throw, gets it to dig, but it'll work. Sias threw this shot so good. It had never had a chance to go any farther than that. It looked perfect, and he's looking like he'll be rewarded for it.
And that is a little wide.
Way wide.
And there's no skip.
This one comes out early for Simon. Combine the two of ours, and I'm pretty sure we're both parked. But that's not how this works.
It should be.
I wish it was.
Eric from long range, he's going to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Simon is probably from about 45 feet here. Let's see if he can keep that hot putter working. And just a bit low. GG in a really good position to get a birdie on the last hole, and it's up and in.
What a round from him. 7 under par in the rain. I mean, he just sonicked everywhere and made it look so good.
And he is going to be your leader going into the final day.
And on a golf course that's, prime position for him. We're not playing any more of these de la holes. But on this golf course that we're going to be playing, you guys will see it on round 3. It's a it's a thrower's paradise. If you're throwing the disc well and you're feeling it, you can definitely shoot some really, really good rounds out there. So make sure you guys tune in for round 3 action. It's going to be a real fun. But again, big thanks to Parsave, Innova, the PDGA for being out here and making this happen. You know, we saw some great scores from Simon and Garrett. Sias staying strong, getting himself under par. I fell 18 spots, which is a bummer, but you know, it's the cards I was dealt, and I was happy to string together a pretty solid back 9, or back 12. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in.
Yeah,
appreciate you, Eagle.
Absolutely great doing commentary with you, Eric. Again, I just want to shout out Parsave. Their coverage is looking really great, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. They're one of the better disc golf coverages in the game right now, so definitely do what you can to support them.
Yeah, support disc golf, guys, and we'll see you guys at another time. Cheers.
Peace. Keep on dreaming.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks to Parsave Productions. Make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. If you want to support us and be vegan on the road, get the Iron Samurai at discmania.net. It's available May 22nd.
Yeah, support me, Eric Oakley. Get my new Lucid X Felon at dynamicdiscs.com. Be dynamic.
Keep on dreaming.